Conversation 1. What is sleep? What is sleep? Sleep is a period of bodily rest during which a number of essential biological functions take place. It involves time when the brain appears shut down and barely functioning. At other times in our sleep, the brain is very active. The brain switches between these periods of inactive and active phases during what is known as the sleep cycle. Sleep cycle. During one sleep cycle, there are 4 sleep phases. The length of each phase varies during the night, but a whole cycle usually remains about 1.5 to 2 hours. Stage 1 sleep. Stage 1 is the transition phase between wakefulness and a deeper sleep. Our bodies and brains begin to slow down. The heart rate slows, breathing becomes more regular, the eyes move slowly, and muscle activity slows. Brain activity changes as the brain waves become more synchronous and a slower frequency. Some people may experience sudden twitches or jerks. These are muscle contractions accompanied by a sensation of falling. Stage 1 is a very short stage, usually lasting about 10 minutes. The sleeper may still be able to perceive sounds going on around them, but tends to feel disinterested in them. During this stage, the sleeper can easily be woken, and if so, will assume that they haven't been asleep. Stage 2 sleep. A person in stage 2 is now fully asleep. About half full sleep time is spent in this stage. Eye movement stops and muscle activity slows further. Brain activity also slows, but every now and again there are bursts of rapid brain waves called sleep spindles. Sleep spindles help us remain asleep by helping us ignore external stimuli such as sounds. Sleep spindles also help with processing all the experiences of the day. This helps us form long-term memories of events and is essential for learning. Stage 3 sleep. Stage 3 is the period of our deepest sleep. Brain activity slows to its least active state, with gentle brain waves occasionally interrupted by a sleep spindle. It is difficult to rouse someone in stage 3 sleep, and if woken they can take up to 30 minutes to be fully awake. There is no muscle movement, including no movement of the eyes during this phase. All physical indications are at their lowest, such as brain temperature, blood pressure and heart rate, as well as breathing rate. Some people may experience dreams, but it is uncommon. However, this stage is also when some children experience bedwetting, sleepwalking or night terrors. There is generally more stage 3 sleep at the beginning of the night, particularly in the first 2 sleep cycles. The amount of stage 3 sleep a person experiences declines through life, with the elderly experiencing little or none. This stage is important for memory consolidation, particularly remembering facts, meaning and relationships. These are essential elements of learning. Some research suggests that stage 3 may also be very important for the immune system. REM sleep. The final sleep stage is known as REM sleep because of the rapid eye movement associated with this phase. Stages 1 to 3 can also be known collectively as non-REM sleep. During REM sleep, the brain has similar activity levels to when it is awake. Jerky eye movements occur given this phase its name. The rest of the body is temporarily paralysed to inhibit movement. Other physical changes occur. Breathing rate increases, blood pressure rises, erection of the penis or clitoris, body temperature may fluctuate, and brainwave activity increases to levels experienced when awake. Most dreams occur during REM sleep. A person woken during REM sleep will often remember the dream that is interrupted. The amount of REM sleep in a sleep cycle tends to increase during the night. Children have more REM sleep than adults, and it may have a role in early childhood development. REM sleep is also involved in the consolidation of procedural and spatial memory. When learning new skills, multi-step concepts, or visiting somewhere new, a person tends to need more REM sleep. A person not getting enough sleep will start to reduce time in non-REM stages in order to catch up on their lost REM sleep. Sleep clock. Our bodies have an internal clock that regulates the times when we are awake and asleep in the day. This 24-hour clock is known as the circadian rhythm. The circadian rhythm helps regulate our body temperature and, more importantly, manages the release of two important hormones: melatonin, which makes us sleepy; cortisol, which makes us wakeful. These hormones are naturally released at different times of the day to help govern our sleep habit. Melatonin. The pineal gland in the brain starts to produce melatonin in the evening and reaches its highest level in the middle of the night. Melatonin production is affected by light levels, so there are seasonal variations in the timings of its release, later in summer and earlier in winter. Melatonin release can also be affected by the artificial lights we use in our homes. Cortisol. The adrenal glands start to produce cortisol in the early hours of the morning, and it reaches its highest level around dawn. Cortisol production is naturally in balance with melatonin production, so as one is increasing, the other is decreasing. Cortisol is also a stress hormone. This means that it is also released at any time in response to danger, fear, anxiety, and anger. As a stress hormone, cortisol is released in large quantities to make us wide awake and better able to deal with the source of our stress. When we experience stress in the evening, cortisol will disrupt the natural cycle of melatonin release, making it harder to sleep. Cortisol is released in response to real and imagined stress. This means that it is released when watching emotional or exciting TV, playing computer games that lead to feelings of frustration, annoyance, or involve violence. Lack of sleep. Not enough sleep can lead to difficulties with concentration and focus in lessons, poor memory and recall of learning, reduced problem-solving ability, irritability and conflict with peers, dietary and weight issues leading to increased risk of diabetes, cancer and heart disease, and mental health issues. How much sleep? This table shows the recommended hours for children and adolescents. Thank you for watching this presentation.